Hello and welcome. I am Scrapperlock, and this is City of Villains on the Rebirth server Iron Man mode. We are with our Corruptor level 5 lethal exposure, who is a radiation corruptor. I've just been given a new contact, Lieutenant Harris. We're continuing with our Iron Man mode. Remember, the rule here is if we die, we delete the character. It's permadeath. The only exception is if we level up in a mission, faceplant in that mission, we get one use of Return to Battle, the self-res, and that is it. Um, so we are using this level 5 character. Hopefully we'll get to level 6, 7, 8, etc. and see how being a radiation corruptor works. Am I going to be able to talk to this guy without aggroing? I hope so. I guess not. This is really stupid. Like, why would you create a contact that is surrounded by hostile mobs? You know I'm going to have to read the, I'm going to have to read the text, and in the middle of reading the text, I get ambushed. I mean, that's just so annoying. Heal up. Alright. So, available missions. He wants me to cut off service to the longbow. So we're going to retrieve 3 devices. Oops, fly. Here we go. Where is this? There it is. Okay. So I guess we got to just beat them up until we get 3 devices. We'll try one group and see. So one of the things I wanted to do was look at the 2-hit. So we're going to do that as soon as the Nemesis staff recharges. So with the next spawn, we'll worry about it. Of course I missed. So we're going to look up here at the 2-hit bonus and also the last 2-hit chance. I don't know how much good it's going to do right now because we have such a high base to hit because we're only 5th level and you get bonuses at low levels. Okay, we finally got him. Alright, so let's back up here a bit. Let's go ahead and rest. Okay, so let's start with this lieutenant here. And, well, I guess we'll start with a minion, because we got to attack that one first. So start with a minion, and we have a 86% base to hit. If we fire the Nemesis staff, our last chance to hit was 86, right? If we then start attacking with debuffers, right? So we debuff this guy, takes away his defense, takes away his defense, right? And then we fire the Nemesis staff. Our last chance to hit was 95, you see. So it's increasing our chance to hit by decreasing their defense. So what I was saying in the last episode is it's probably best not to open with the Nemesis staff because it's your lowest chance to hit with it. With this corruptor, with the radiation, your lowest chance to hit with it happens before you've done any shooting with your own abilities. Once you do a couple of these, then your chance to hit with the Nemesis staff goes up because you have debuffed their defenses. Definitely need to put healing enhancements on the self-heal. But that won't really do us any good till we're at least 12th level and we can get some dual origin enhancers. Alright, so we've got everything we need. So it was just basically defeat lieutenants until they randomly dropped the clues, I guess. Don't remember. Did we needed four? We needed 3 clues, but I feel like we defeated 4 lieutenants. But I wasn't really counting, so I might be wrong about that. Let's try to stay up against the wall so we don't aggro these idiots. I know they haven't respawned yet. Okay, so there's a lot of ground to cover between here and Fort Darwin. So let's steal the longbow field supplies. Yeah, so this is a different type of mission design, story arc design that they started. I guess they started in City of Villains, although these might be newer ones, where they have these outdoor areas. In City of Heroes, this would be an outdoor mission, right? But in City of Villains, it's an outdoor area with a rapid respawn rate. So these guys are going to be constantly respawning. And the basic idea is, instead of doing an instance mission to find these 3 things, you just come to this outdoor zone and beat up things on the outside. I don't actually like that design as much as the original. It's one of the reasons why I don't normally play City of Villains. But this guy just seemed like a villain, so we'll just live with it. Eventually we'll get instanced missions. But you have to be quick. As soon as they go down, you have to click, because shortly after they go down, they're going to respawn. You can see this guy already respawned here. Alright, so that's 1 glowy. We have another glowy here we might be able to do without fighting anybody. And then we're going to have to fight these 2. We definitely at 6th level need another range attack. I think I might have jumped the gun a little bit on that point blank AoE. I really wanted it to do attacks on multiple guys, but at this level you're really more fighting individual guys. You don't fight groups until you're more like at least 10th level and often way above that. So I was really thinking more like, you know, endgame. We'd like to have that PBOE. Don't know how much use it's going to be to us in the first 10 levels, but we've done it now, so we'll just have to live with that. Okay, so disrupt their rendezvous point. Defeat 15 longbow. You see what I mean? This is another outdoor mission. Right, just here, let's go defeat 15 guys. You know how much I love these missions, guys. And so this is another one of these where they respawn ridiculously quickly, and you can just keep fighting the same spawn over and over again, which is really dumb. Okay. We're going to level up probably fairly soon. We're actually about to level up. Probably this lieutenant will do it. And we've leveled up. Makes the whole thing easier. I mean, I'd like to take out as many minions as possible, but the way this is arranged, you have to fight lieutenants. So we're going to have no choice, and this will take a bit. Because you can't just fight 15 minions, you got to fight, you know, like 7 minions and 8 lieutenants, or vice versa. And then once this is done, we will level up and get another ranged attack, so that we can pour out more damage. Okay, well, I'll happily take the blues and the whites just to get this over with. But you can see how fast they regenerate. You can basically toggle between 2 spawn points. By the time you finish beating 1 spawn, the next spawn, the previous spawn point has regenerated, which is ridiculous. But again, this is because they made, instead of making this an instance mission, which they easily could have done, right? They made it an open outdoor mission, and then players complained that the spawn rates took too long, right? And they couldn't find... I mean, imagine if there were like 10 villains in here all hunting this area, right? It would be almost impossible to find anything. One thing I really like about radiation is that you see like the little green bubbles around them when they're under your debuff effect, so you always know they're being debuffed. You don't have to like wonder, or like with the dark melee, I would be counting. I mean, there was some visual to it, but it wasn't as easy to me. It wasn't as easy to see as the radiation effect. I do like the I-beams. They're really cool. Better heal up. One of the dangers of doing all these outdoor missions, of course, for us, is an outdoor death cannot be rezzed from. So even though we've got this up arrow, if we die outside, it's not an instance mission, we cannot res. That's, of course, my rule, right? All of the Iron Man rules are just mine, or, well, derived from one of the other streamers, but then I kind of did my own thing with them. Okay, 5 to go. Is this patrolling guy gonna bother me? Probably. Let's just shoot him. Four to go. Ouch. I was pressing the wrong button to back up there. Man, he's doing a lot of damage to me. The other problem is it's not easy to rest in here because they respawn so fast. Don't know if he's going to see me. We'll try. 2 to go. One to go. So this guy is it. Why am I doing the zero range stuff? Sorry guys, I'm a little spaced out here. I was looking at my inspirations and thinking about where I wanted to put things, instead of watching what I'm doing on the battle screen. And I gotta be careful with that. I'm so used to just being completely relaxed about this because, you know, normally, so if you die, you just res. But we can't res with this character. And there we go. Destroy 5 legacy chains. Well, we're not doing that right now because we want to go level up. So we're going to have to come back because the Arbiter is way off in the other part of town. So, I mean, theoretically what they're doing here is quite nice because it just chains you along. But the problem is you got to keep going back to go to the trainer anyway. And if we didn't have flight, imagine we hadn't taken flight at level 4, because back when the game launched you absolutely couldn't. We would have to run back here with sprint. That would have sucked. Fighting and battling all the way back too. Next level. Alright, so we definitely, so Electron Haze, slow recharge. It can knock people down. Conical Blast, so this is an AoE. I know it's not a lot of damage, but I actually think we're going to take the Neutrino Bolt, because I think we need a fast recharging attack power. I think I think that's what we want. Well, if I'm wrong, we'll die. Okay, next mission. Take out the legacy chain. I really like the name Lethal Exposure. I tried a couple of other radiation-based names they're already taken, and I don't even remember what they are now, but Lethal Exposure, I think that sounds really cool for a villain. I'm giving you a lethal exposure, a lethal dose of radiation. This guy needs a cape with a collar, but you can't unlock capes until level 20, so we're going to have to wait on that. But one of the things I do need to do also, where's the trainer? I need to, I mean, we're only level 6, so it doesn't matter. Usually you don't fight bosses at level 6, but I need to change our mission difficulty to include bosses. So now defeat 5, destroy 5. Oh, we need to destroy 5 of these things. All right. Well, let's try our little power here. Nice. And it recharges right away. So this context, now I think we're in good shape. Because they're severely debuffed. All these powers debuff them. Okay. We have to attack this. Yeah, if I remember right, this is a really annoying mission because you have to attack the things as they're respawning. It's much easier to do at range, I'll say that. Right? They don't even see me. So that's 5 destroyed. You'd think they would react to them being hit, but not. And this is what I'm saying, it's so silly. So now it's just going to come back. Right? The one next to me just regenerated. So you could just stand here and beat this one up over and over again. That's what they used to do on old MMOs that City of Heroes was supposed to be getting rid of. And it's like they forgot their own design philosophy when they made these missions up. So now we have to... 3 groups of prisoners have to be released. These are Arachnos prisoners. And again, this is open world. Right, so you just come in here and find them. So it's basically they went from the City of Heroes cutting edge design, which was instanced missions scaled to your level, right? And they went and made a normal MMO out of it, like the old school fantasy MMOs where everything would be out in the open world and you'd have to sort of fight other people, like not fight them PvP, but like basically argue with other players over whose prisoners are these. I've got dibs because I need this mission. You know what I mean? It used to be you owned your mission. Nobody could take it from you. Nobody could screw you up. And now they made it so that players can screw each other up. I don't really like that. Okay. And they've got things recharging, respawning so fast that you can actually see them respawn in front of you, which originally in the game design you weren't supposed to do. Alright, so now we're going to have to leave and rest someplace safe, like here. and then go back down. I like the special effects of this character. I have to say, I don't think yet. I mean, go back and watch, guys. I think every time I play a character, I like the moves and special effects. I don't think there is a set of special effects that I dislike in City of Heroes. I kind of like them all. Man, these sergeants are doing a number on me. I don't know if this character is going to survive, guys, for very long. We have no defenses. In the low level range, you have to get the movement power. Because otherwise we might have a secondary, you know, we might have something out of this batch, like accelerate metabolism or energy field or one of these. Most of these, though, are debuffs: lingering radiation, radiation infection, mutation, choking cloud, fallout, EM pulse. I think those are all debuffs to the enemy. There aren't, I mean, other than this heal, which will be good when it's 6 slotted. I don't know what defenses we really have in this set. It costs 13 endurance. We are going to have to put... Yeah, look at that. It costs so much endurance, we're going to have to put it on reduced endurance, too. So we don't need a lot of... we don't need a lot of recharge. It's an 8-second recharge. Like, I think 1 recharge, 2 endurance, and 3 heal might be the way to slot that thing. We're going to need to get it slotted very quickly. Alright, so let's call up Lieutenant Harris. And he says, alright, here's the finale. I was going to stop, but let's go ahead and do the finale. Go defeat the Legacy Chain. Didn't mean to click on that. Alright, one thing I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to pause it here. I'm going to switch this so that we get bosses. Because I don't know if there's going to be a boss in here or not. I think this might still be an outdoor mission. But let me do that, and then I'll bring you back, and we'll finish this mission and finish this episode. Alright, we're back briefly just to show you. We're doing current level, 1 villain. We do prefer to fight bosses when alone and don't prefer to fight heroes, so that's what our setting is. And if you're not sure where to find this Fortunata Fate Weaver, who is going to change your level up in the villain side, it's right here next to the Arbiter. I kept going to Sharkhead Isle with Nightmare Last because I didn't know where these guys were here. But that's where they are. Alright, so we're going to head back to the mission. I'm just going to mission teleport. Come on. Do I have to be landed? I guess I can't be flying. Why is this not going? No mission... Oh, I am so stupid. You have to select the mission first. Alright. No mission has been currently... Or it's not a door mission. Okay. Alright, I'll fly back there, guys, and I'll bring you back when we're back at the mission. Okay, folks, we are back. We need to defeat 10 Legacy Chain. What a lousy story arc. Just defeat things in the open street. Yeah, they clearly weren't trying very hard with these story arcs. I think that's maybe one of the reasons I dislike them so much, is it's just so clear there was a massive lack of effort put into these story arcs. And just make a little area where everything respawns super fast and tell you to go fight 10 things there. And you just stand in one spot, and as soon as you defeat them, they respawn, and you just defeat 10 things. Like, what kind of story is that? So these guys will come back by the time I defeat these guys over here. Legacy Chain's cool looking, I will give them that. So as I was saying before, I think there's... I can't think of any special effects in this game that I despise. I like all of them. In fact, it's been a persistent problem for me that so many attack sets and defense sets and so on, so many of the different power sets are cool. and well done, in terms of the visuals and the sound effects. It's very important for me. The aesthetics of a character to me are probably as important, if not more important, than like the build. I don't give a darn about the build as long as I like the aesthetics. For instance, as you guys know, I never took what was it? Crippling axe kick in the martial arts set because I don't like the way the animation looks. And I basically said I don't care. It's a good attack statistically, but I don't care how good it is. I think it's ugly, and I don't want to take it. And I specifically take the martial arts set because other than crippling axe kick, I absolutely love the animations. I love the special effects, or whatever you want to call it, the way it looks, the visuals, the aesthetics of martial arts. It's got some of the nicest aesthetics in the game, other than crippling axe kick. Seal up. And we can take this endurance because we don't need it, and we will attack the next guy. The other thing I'm really used to is how my ninjutsu stalker's attacks actually weaken. They reduce the chance to hit, or they increase her defense, right? They reduce the defense of the other guys, but one of her attacks increases her own defense, and it attacks a lot. It recharges quickly. So I'm used to like them being worse against me as time goes on, and that's not the case. I'm better against the enemies with this character as time goes on, but they're not worse attacking me, right? They don't have a harder time attacking me. 2 to go, so these 2 guys will be it, and that will be the end of this story arc. It's funny because I could swear when enemies put radiation on me that I become much more prone to missing. But maybe that's just... Look at this. He's going to drag me into another group just to be a pain in the neck. Why is this guy running all over the place? Nobody else did. It's almost like the game knows this is your last guy, so let's be a pain in the neck for this last guy. Retake Fort Darwin. Oh, so now we actually have to go into an instance mission. So this will be a little bit longer of an episode, guys, but we'll go ahead. Where is this? Is underneath, right? Yeah. And now we get to do the lovely Arachno Spaces, my favorite maps. We are level 6, however. You coming with me? Well, I'm not going to worry about you too much. We are level 6. So we've gotten this character up to level 6 so far. Let's see how much further we can go before we faceplant. I love that. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but that neutrino bolt is really nice looking, and I love the sound effects. I've always loved that attack. Even though it doesn't do a lot of damage, it's always been one of my favorite looking attacks for any blasty type character. Blasters, radiation defenders, etc. Super cool. 3 bombs to arm and destroy the Mediporter system. Why am I not able to target anybody? Okay, I was not able to target her. Now I can. Alright. Now there may be a boss in here. There should be, because we are on bosses. It doesn't say up here, but we are on... we are accepting bosses into our missions. 2 more bombs to set. Let's start with the minion. And then the lieutenant. And I can now heal my allies too, which is the main point of that power, and we've leveled up. I hear one more, and there it is. 3 bombs to set to blow up the Medi teleporters. Oh. And now they're attacking us. Defeat the incoming longbow. Rendezvous with Lieutenant Harris, I guess out this way. I think there's a battle outside as well once we get out the doors. Oops, spoiler alert. Maybe not. I thought we went outside and fought on the roof or something. So, this is a cutscene. I don't remember, guys, if they introduced cutscenes with City of Villains or later. They absolutely did not have them in City of Heroes. I feel like the cutscenes did not come out with the original City of Villains, but came out afterwards. She's a boss, but she's -1 because we gained a level. Oh, who is shooting? Oh, alright, here we go. Defeat the girlfriend! Let's make sure we heal up Harris. You killed these people for your own deluded goals. Why'd you help me to destroy the longbow? What are you going to do about it, Harris? I'm going to kill you. Well, I don't think so. Another boss, but again, he's -1 because we leveled up. Three longbow groups to wipe out topside. Yeah, I knew we fought them outside. And I don't know if these guys come with me. I'm not sure. Alright, well, they're all blue con because we leveled up. And it doesn't look like we have any lieutenants here, just minions. I definitely want that cone so that we can continue doing AoEs to enemies. And that neutrino bolt doesn't do a lot of damage, but boy, it recharges fast. Very nice. One more group to fight. Two more groups. What? We already took 2 out. I don't know. I don't think this game can count. Did I miss somebody? Where are the other longbow groups? Don't tell me this is bugged. I took out a group over here, didn't I? This is just great. So we have a bugged mission. Oh no, here's the other group. Okay. Or maybe it's just one lost. Yeah, it was just one lost minion from one of the groups. One of the groups must have only been 2 and I didn't notice it. Because with the with your NPCs attacking things, it's hard to count how many things have gone down. Especially when they're blue cons and they die really fast. Return aboard the Arachnos Flyer. Okay. Speak with Operative Kuzmin. This is the guy that started everything with us. So do you just want to congratulate me, or He says, to be honest, you made many in the group look like fools. It said it was impossible to kick Longbow out, and you did it. Honestly, couldn't care less about Arachnos. Are we done? Yes. Okay. So we need to level up, which is right over here. And let's see, do we need to keep any of the... Yeah, all of our enhancements are yellow, so we're just going to ditch them. Not any recipes yet. So we now have 7,000. Also, there's 7,000 influence. Also, we now have, I think we have 2 orange. No, I guess not. Oh, yes, we do. We have 2 orange salvage. So once we have like 20 or 30,000 influence, we should be able to sell those for a nice hefty profit. Leveling up. So we definitely want a slot there. I'm doing another slot in X-ray beam, and away we go. So, depending on what we sell these things for, these salvages, we might be able to fully DO ourselves at 12. We might have to do just trainers at 12, DOs at 17. It just depends on how much we can sell these things for. But we'll do that after we've got like 20 or 30,000 influence. So it's going to be pretty close to level 11 or 12 by the time we have enough influence to sell these 2 things. All we got to do is really sell one of them. Let's see, if we go to the auction house, how much are they selling for? So complex chemical formula is selling for 2 million, right? So if I try to sell it for, say, 100,000, it's going to cost 10,000 to put it up. So that's going to be hard to do for now. This one's selling for cheaper, but again, putting it up for 100,000 I think takes 10,000 to post, right? So if I try to put it up for 100,000 right now, right? Oh, that's a 5,000 fee. We could try it. Let's try it and see. And we'll see if it sells, right? If not, we can get it back, and I think we get the infamy back. I'm not really sure, but we can just leave it up. And if we get that 100,000, then we'll have enough to sell the other thing for 2 million, and then we're golden. But we're going to stop here, guys. Until next time, I am Scrapperlock, and this has been City of Villains on the Rebirth server, Iron Man mode.